Good Friday morning, East Tennessee. My name is David Aldridge, Chief Meteorologist of Captain Accurate Weather, coming to you by way of the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. You've made it to the weekend. There's a lot of changes that will be coming. Not so much today, but as we head into the further part of the weekend, I'm talking Sunday night, there could be some changes that may disrupt your holiday plans. If you're doing some early shopping or maybe late shopping, in my case, maybe even doing some just traveling. I just want to bring you up to speed on what you might expect. If you're on the call, I want to say good morning to you. We got some visibility that's not so bad. If there is some fog out there, as you'll see on the full screen, it's the gray areas that might encompass parts of Hawkins, Hancock, maybe Claiborne, and say Granger, Union County, maybe parts of Knox, but really not. And that might be what's forming, and it may not slow you down whatsoever. But temperatures are on the cold side. There's no getting around that. It's 30 degrees right now in Knoxville, Maryville, 28 in Oak Ridge, and we're getting a 23-degree reading in Oneida. So it's pretty cold in some areas in the plateau and the northern plateau, while Crossville is actually a little milder. They're at 36 degrees to start the morning, while Sevierville is at 25. So if you're on the call, we'd love to hear you and say hi to you. I'm on Facebook and I'm on YouTube this morning, so I'd love to be able to see what you're doing and seeing. I see a little note here from Steve Stone. He's quick on the draw. He says, great Friday morning. He's got the happy face, and he's also got the red stars. He's very happy that it's Friday. I am too. It's the end of the work week, and we're going to be seeing some changes as we head through the weekend, no doubt. If you're on Facebook, let me know. Would love to say hi to you as I take a look at some of these comments that might be coming in, and they might still be coming in. But let me know if you have an observation. Maybe you have some cold air that you'd like to report. Your temperatures may be very different from what I show from our official readings. Like McGee-Tyson is officially at 30 degrees at this hour. By the way, temperatures are one thing. The radar is quiet. The Ultimate Doppler radar presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa, the best express car wash and vacuum in East Tennessee. Check them out at TidalWaveAutoSpa.com. It's like getting 2 car washes for the price of one. You'll love it if you haven't tried them. They're in Alcoa, they're in Newport, Athens, they're in Jefferson City. Hey, they're in Morristown, and they're soon going to be in Clinton, Greenville, and Johnson City, so they keep expanding. And I'd keep an eye out in other places, perhaps Knox County. Who knows? They could continue to grow over time. Meanwhile, it's quiet across the Great Lakes in terms of snow this morning, but there's still some rain across the UP of Michigan and sliding across parts of Minnesota. Another storm system in the Midwest. And you can see there around Wichita, Oklahoma City, they're dealing with some rain. But I want to pull out my my inner John Madden telestrator skills, because I want to show you what's going to happen over this weekend so that this doesn't surprise you. So if I pull out my little telestrator, we'll say, okay, right here, we've got a little X marks the spot. We'll put this down here. A little X, it's more than an X, it's just a little red mark. This low that's going to be forming, it's going to slide toward Orlando, slide along the beaches of South Carolina, North Carolina, work its way toward Long Island, then it's going to work its way likely toward New Hampshire and head up toward Connecticut. So as I mentioned yesterday, everything's about the track, and with these southern systems, like we will see more in this winter season. By the way, winter, somebody asked about this. Winter starts at 10:27 p.m. next Thursday. I'm talking astronomically speaking, because that's the winter solstice. That's when we're going to reverse the shortening of days. We'll be adding seconds to each length of day. But it's 10:27 next Thursday, and you probably noticed from the calendar, we're 10 days away from Christmas. Is that all? That's it, 10 days. But I wanted to give you the notes. And yesterday's high, by the way, was 58 degrees. We'll be headed in that direction today. But I wanted to show you, at least from the telestrator, what this southern low is going to do. Now, if this had come Destin, had it come up toward Asheville or Charlotte, it would have been a lot more rain for us. I still think we have a 60% chance of rain on Sunday, but the track seems like it's favoring closer to the coastline, as I illustrated here. So again, my John Madden skills may not be all that great, but at least it gives you an idea of what I expect moving forward. It is now 6:44. A good morning to you. I see Fred. He's saying good morning, David. He's got a light frost in Maryville. Fred, thank you for that update. It's a chilly good morning from Michael Norman. He's also on Facebook. Give me some notes here. I got Michael and I got Fred. And I mentioned we have Steve Stone over here on YouTube. So if you're watching me on YouTube, leave me a note. Love to see what you're seeing and let me know what kind of temperature that you might be encountering, at least this morning. We're at 30 degrees officially at McGee-Tyson Airport, and it's 30 in Maryville. 25 is being reported there in Sevierville, Pigeon Forge. Right now, we have no wind, so hence no wind speed, or really no wind chill. With no wind, our 30 feels like 30 degrees. But it may feel like it's 27, let's say, in Wartburg, about 27 degrees in Jamestown. That's just a sample of where we do have some wind chill. Now, temperatures are a lot colder by the tune of 5 degrees from this time yesterday morning. 4 degrees colder in Oak Ridge, and 9 degrees colder in McMinn County in Athens to start the day this morning. But again, temperatures around the region, around the state, if you're traveling out the door, these are current readings. It's 25 in Johnson City. It's already 50. Imagine that. 50 degrees in Memphis. They're 20 degrees warmer than we are with the warmer air associated with that storm system that's in the Midwest. So it does benefit them with a milder start to their Friday morning. We have very few clouds expected to show up today. They're going to be on vacation. Our clouds are on vacation. Well, you didn't see too many clouds, I'm sure, yesterday. And you're not going to likely see too many clouds today because most of them are up towards, say, Missouri, into Iowa, perhaps parts of Illinois. But the clouds really are not going to be a factor today. So if you like your sunglasses, you'll get good use out of them again today. 57 as I expect now for Knoxville. I moved it up a degree. I think upper 50s, mid to upper 50s will be common, much like a day yesterday. Yesterday's was 58, so we'll be pretty close to 57, 58 today, this afternoon. I've got 58 for Morristown, 59 for Newport. Pick out your favorite town. 57 for Crossville. One of the rare exceptions where Crossville and Knoxville may, in fact, share the same high temperature today, despite the difference in elevation, as they're about twice as high. Crossville is about 1,800 feet above sea level, while Knoxville is closer to 900. By the way, the sunrise-sunset time did not change this go-around from yesterday. 7:38, check. That's when it's up, and sun will be setting at 5:23. We'll be watching that closely. If you like the long days, well, you're going to have to wait till summer, because the winter solstice, we're in the time of year where our days are the shortest and those nights are in fact quite long, no doubt about that. I got a note from Wanda Poe. She says it's good morning to her. Good morning, David. It's cold this morning. She says it's around 20 here in Newport. Feels much colder. I would imagine. Wanda, thank you for that update. For the bus stop forecast, you'll notice we're going from 30 to 40 to 56. And should it finish the afternoon, let's say 2 to 3:30, finishing the day pretty close to 57. Now, the drought monitor, which is a function of, it comes out from NOAA. It's more than just how much rain fell, but they're taking into account so many other variables like soil moisture. There's a whole variety of things. If you check out the NOAA website, just type in drought monitor. They come out weekly on Thursday mornings, but they cut the date off from the previous Tuesday because it takes a day and a half or so, about 2 days, to process into the supercomputers the nationwide outlook. But they did improve our region. We went from an orange area, which is severe, for Knox County, to a moderate. So we actually dropped a category, and I suspect if we get some good rains this weekend that we might improve that even further. But given the fact that the track is trending further east, it may be less than a ½ inch the way things are trending. But at least right now, this is the latest update from our friends at NOAA. They have most of Knox County under the moderate drought. If you're in Hardin Valley, if you're in Oak Ridge, you might be considered a severe drought. And if you're in Wartburg, Harriman, or Kingston, extreme drought. So again, this is just their color coding, but this is where they see the driest parts of the country, and it extends all the way into Alabama, parts of Georgia, and especially central Mississippi and Louisiana, at least here close by. Move back to the west, New Mexico has some very dry areas, as well as Nebraska and Iowa. So if it's worth noting, we could use additional rain. Every drop that certainly falls helps. Now, I don't see any rain falling tomorrow. I know you've got some plans. If you're like me, you're doing some last-minute Christmas shopping. That might be a day where I really hope that tomorrow is dry. Tomorrow is going to be fine, dry, yes, but it's going to start off hazy sun, and then just gradually increasing clouds for the afternoon. For Saturday, because we're going to be setting the stage for a very gray Sunday. Another gloomy day comes in, even though the rain may not be all that heavy. Let's take a look at how the latest models handle this southern slider. Yeah, it puts about 1/3 of an inch in Morristown for Sunday and through the early hours of Monday, about 1/4 inch for Jamestown, much less around, say, Kingston, and about 1/4 inch for Maryville. Now, again, this is not gospel. It's not exact drop for drop, but it gives us some guidance as to how this may play out. And you'll notice the light green is kind of off to the edge. It's in North Carolina. That's because the heavier rains will accompany the track. So the track is further east, so that may mean we just get lesser rains falling on Sunday. Sunny again today. Next rain chance is Sunday, and yes, some mountain snows. Oh, you're going to want to see this. Coming up here in a second, I'm going to highlight some future snowfall that you want to see if you haven't. If you're curious how the models are handling the Smokies, you might want to see what's coming up here in just a second. Good morning. Once again, it is Friday, or we might say Friday, and want to know how you're going to spend your weekend. I'd love to hear about it. Wanda's on here talking about it's near 20 degrees for her. If you're on the call, let me know. But jump back over here to YouTube, and I see Felicia Crafty Adventures. She says, happy Friday. She says, come visit the last weekend at Cherokee Caverns. I'll be there Saturday from 3 to 8. Stop by and say hi to Felicia. She's out there at Cherokee Caverns. If you haven't taken the kids, whether they're young or old, they'll love the Cherokee Caverns. It's a lot of fun. And if you get a chance, and again, when it's raining on Saturday, it's raining on Sunday, that might be a plan to be, but she's going to be there Saturday, she says, from 3 to 8. I want to say a special thanks to Felicia, as she is also one of my Captain Accurate premium members. So thank you, Felicia, for your support. Again, sunny again today, next rain chance tomorrow and on Sunday, and then the rain chances for snow in the mountains will arrive late Sunday night into Monday. Now, this is very telling when we look at these 5,000-foot temperatures, because it has to be cold up here for us to support snow down here. So up there when it's cold, we need that support. And you can see clearly the warm red arrows come in on Saturday. Tomorrow we'll be in the upper 50s pretty much across the board. But once this southern slider starts to arrive, and you can see it very clearly now, there it goes. This one wants to put the upper level low south of Atlanta, where I suspect the surface low will be closer to Charleston and Myrtle Beach. But the southern slider will help raise that moisture, and then it's going to pull the cold air down. Oh my, look at that. That's 11:30 Monday night. So we have some very cold mornings yet ahead in the next 7 days. We're talking mid-20s by the time you reach about Monday night, Tuesday morning. Tuesday night, Wednesday morning should be in the mid-20s. So it's going to be very cold, and there could be enough moisture to produce some flurries even in the valley. So I'll say that again. Flurries will be on the table for the valley even on Monday afternoon. So something interesting to see. Maybe it's a sleet pellet, but that's the type of pattern that we're going to be setting up. I want to show you the future snowfall because you've stuck around this long. Why not give you the whole enchilada? Because the snowflakes may not be all that impressive from this go around. Looks like most of it's up toward snowshoe with maybe a half inch or 6 inches of snow or so or more. But then there's the possibility, he says, that some could happen before the end of the year. And I tell you what, this data changes every day, but wouldn't it be something if we got a late month surprise? Again, this is not a forecast. This is just how the models are seeing today's data. And it can change. But if you say it doesn't snow in Knoxville, I'll say, well, it does. If you get some southern storms, you do. And it just depends on the track. That's all it takes. A little bit of track. So if you would like to follow this day by day with me, join us on Captain Accurate Premium. We do a lot more than just look at the future snowfall through December. We're already into January, mid-January. Last I checked, we were talking about that forecast yesterday afternoon. 30 degrees our current temperature at the airport. Humidity 85%. No wind to speak of. Relative humidity, again, 85%. If we hit 58 yesterday, we'll come close to that today. We started yesterday morning at 32, and today we're starting off pretty close to the upper 20s to near 30, but generally mid to upper 50s are expected. The normal high is 51, so we're going to be about 6 degrees above average here on a Friday afternoon. Not bad at all. I'd say not bad at all. Jill Ballou says good morning. I got a couple of notes from you. Jill, I want to say good morning to you. Are you done all your Christmas shopping, Jill? If you are, maybe you can inspire me because I still need time, and I want to try and do that tomorrow to catch up. I've maybe done a couple shops, but so far I need to catch up this weekend, and this might be the best weekend for me to do that. Janet Potts says, happy Friday, everyone. She's got 30 degrees here in Talbot, so Talbot's at 30. Thank you, Janet, for that update. We got a light frost report from Fred. He's in Maryville, so Maryville dealing with some frost as well. 57, my expectation today. The chance of rain on Sunday goes up to 60%, and then there could be some lingering showers of not only the drop variety, but maybe the snowflake variety. On Monday, that could surprise you. Maybe it's a sleet pellet. Maybe it's that combination between. It just can't make up its mind. Is it rain or is it snow? Oh, I'll just be an icy pellet. Come down as a sleet pellet. That would be fine. Maybe. That's how it might very well play out. Storm Prediction Center, we got some yellow areas for Saturday in Florida. Nothing today in Tennessee, clearly. But any general thunderstorms today in Dallas and Houston, maybe even southern Florida, South Florida, around Miami or Key West, It's now 6:54. Clearly, as we zoom in a little bit tighter to Tennessee, we have a dry day here, hardly any clouds. But all of a sudden, wouldn't you know it, with that southern system, that's interesting. Oh, it's the southern system. That's what's going to cause the severe weather in Tampa. Oh, could you zoom in a little bit tighter there? Because I have family in Florida, you might be thinking or saying. If you're going to Disney World, if you're going to Orlando, there may very well be scattered severe storms on Saturday with this southern system. Tampa, St. Pete, Port St. Lucie, Cape Coral, basically all the central areas, Palm Bay, may be dealing with some scattered severe storms on Saturday. Now, it expands into Jacksonville as well as Miami for isolated severe storms, but the worst of it may very well be in the central part of the Florida Peninsula. Meanwhile, we look at Saturday here, there's nothing going on other than an increase in clouds. Sunday, there's chance of thunderstorms, still in light green, cover Tampa and Gainesville, but the isolated severe storms on Sunday encompass Palm Bay, areas near Jacksonville, Savannah, Georgia, and certainly Charleston, but well southeast of Columbia, and then Wilmington, Wrightsville Beach may have some isolated severe storms on Sunday. So that's what we're watching for Sunday. Dry weather will not be issue. I mean, I expect we're going to get rain, but it's without the thunder. That was the concern I think someone was asking me earlier in the week. Will we see thunder on Sunday? That's not my expectation. Rain, yes. Thunder, no. On Sunday with lots of clouds and some occasional rain showers. Now let's go through the futurecast because I know that there may be some other notes here. Oh, I got a response from Jill. Hi, Jill. She said, yes, I was done 4 months ago. Oh, Jill, I'm gonna have to get a reminder from you. What is 4 months ago? Let's see, December. So like in the summer, you were done the whole Christmas thing. Shopping. So that might be an inspiration for me to maybe get started around Labor Day. I don't know. But anyway, very thankful for you, Jill, for being here. Wanda says, yeah, come on, snow. Have a good weekend, David. Thank you for being here. And I mentioned Janet Potts. It's got 30 degrees there in Talbot. And I mentioned Steve Stone's on here saying great Friday morning with Felicia. Going to be in Cherokee Caverns Saturday from 3 to 8. So lots of fun things to do this weekend. If you're shopping like me, you need a dry day like tomorrow, perhaps to get all those errands done. Okay, so it's big bubble, no trouble. We got 2 areas of high pressure parked in our neck of the woods. So it's going to be a beautiful sun-filled day today. Notice where the rain is by Saturday morning. It's approaching Memphis. So if you're traveling westbound, you're going to be riding into the showers and maybe thunderstorms out there. But as far as our concern, we don't really see the rain in here until, if not very late Saturday night, more likely into Sunday morning. And it picks up intensity like this. Now, this model puts some of the heavier banding to Knoxville. As I've already shared with you, my expectation is it's going to be drifted further east. In fact, I've got to clear off my track there. But you can see that there will be, I think, heavier rains from Charlotte east. From Charlotte east is where I think the heavier bands will be. But clearly, this model puts it over Knoxville. I think this is kind of more like yesterday's thinking, that this could have been overhead. But I think it's trending to the east of Charlotte for the heaviest of rains. Well, we may pick up a 1/3 or a 1/4 inch once it's all said and done. There's the low. Based on this surface analysis, rides up toward Raleigh. I think it'll be closer to the coastline as it rides up into the mid-Atlantic. Futurecast for us, it's now 6:58. I'll be done in about 2 minutes because the sun will be shining in full force like it did yesterday. Don't be surprised if we're in the low 50s at lunchtime. About 49 for Oak Ridge and 52 for Morristown for the midday hour today. By 4 o'clock, we should nudge the mid to upper 50s, about 58. Newport, 57 for Knoxville. And then tonight, as we head into the Friday night time frame, I still expect a mostly clear sky tonight. If we get anything in terms of clouds, it's the high, thin, cirrus clouds, and will eventually drop down, I think, now to probably closer to 29 or 30. I think there will be that possibility that we drop into the upper 20s to around 30 starting Saturday, and then we start the slow increase for more cloudiness as we head through the day on Saturday. So hazy sunny clouds, I think, will describe most of Saturday. Then the rain comes in, and it may very well get sloppy on Sunday because of the rain that's periodic. All right, so for today at 6:59, 57 for a high temperature day. Sunny skies, cool afternoon. Winds will be light and variable. Today about 55 for Oak Ridge, 58 for Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, 59 for Newport and Greenville. And if you're in Cumberland County, if you're in Crossville, look for a high for you about 57 this afternoon. 60, though, for Chattanooga. If you're traveling, maybe you're headed to some family or friends' house this weekend. Maybe you're starting your vacation early. Low 60s for Nashville, lower 60s for Memphis is what I expect today. But tonight, with virtually clear skies to start, it'll become mostly clear. And then there may be some patches of freezing fog late in just a few pockets. Nothing widespread, probably not much more than we have this morning. But tonight, don't you like my little frosty effect there? I got 29 in Knoxville for a low, 30 in Oak Ridge, and 27 in Middlesboro. Bell County will be pretty cold, no doubt about that. I got a happy Friday from Marilyn Bell. Good morning, Marilyn. Glad to have Marilyn on here. She's saying happy Friday. And Jill says, I want snow. Jill's done all her Christmas shopping 4 months ago, but now she's requesting snow. I love it. I'll do my best. I'm just the messenger. But Jill, thank you for your support and thank you for watching. Marilyn Bell is on here as we're also watching on YouTube, having fun too on YouTube as we're doing some cool things on there as well. As we look at the tonight temperature, if you look for a warm night, you're not going to find it. We'll still be below freezing in most cases for the first thing on Saturday. Here is your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville, East Tennessee. It's 7 o'clock straight up. 58 for Saturday, hazy sun and clouds. 54 for Sunday. And then we're back in the 40s. We've got 3 days in the 40s. Tuesday looks like it's the coldest because we may not even pass 43 in the afternoon. But don't be surprised if you get a raindrop, an icy sleet pellet, ice pellet, sleet, same thing, or a mountain snowflake. Sunday night and a Monday, even Monday afternoon, there could be a few flurries or sleet pellets in the valley. Because I think the system, depending on its inflection point, I'm talking about that low that rolls up the coast, it could bring back some colder air, and there could be just enough moisture where somebody will say, invariably, did you call for this? There you go. So if they watch this, if you watch this video, you're in the know. If you didn't watch it, you'll say, did you forecast this? There could be some icy pellets. There could be some snowflakes in the Smokies especially, but could even make it into the valley. I just see that as a possibility. I think you should be ready for that on Monday as we head into next week. And as I mentioned, Thursday is officially the start of astronomical winter. It's the winter solstice, but that doesn't occur until 10:27 at night. So it's really Thursday night when really Friday of next week will be the first full day of astronomical winter. Something to take note of. By the way, as we look at this forecast, one last time, mid-20s there for Tuesday morning, and also Monday morning, Tuesday morning, we're in the mid-20s. If you haven't checked out my winter weather outlook, I would encourage you to join us. It's a 15-minute video where I break down all the elements I think that are going to play out for this upcoming winter. It can be found on CaptainAccurate.com because it's on the premium side. The premium side is just $4.99 a month. That's the price of a cup of coffee, and you can cancel anytime. That works out to about 16 cents a day. I've got some premium members who have been with me for over a year. I'm very grateful for their support. They've been a big support. Now, first, to see my snow forecast. It's one of the other benefits of joining premium. Plus, you get a whole host of extra posts each and every day to give you what's going on in the weather world here in East Tennessee. I think it's the best deal in town. The URL at the bottom is where you need to go, but you can find that URL at CaptainAccurate.com. Check it out. Premium is something you'll see it exactly on the same Facebook page that everyone else does, but if you join the subscriber group, you'll be able to see these posts that are designed for them. But I'd love to have you join us. We are doing some fun things because we're exploring the weather that's weeks in advance. That's what we like to do each and every day. Well, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.